Let there be light, and welcome to Living Essence. I am Siddhantarananda. Today I'm going to talk about how you have been forced into hypocrisy. So we know that to be a hypocrite is to say one thing and do another. And when we come into this world, we come in with a very pure, non-agenda being. We simply are. And everything from that point is piled upon us through our parents and the way we're taught in our culture. And what is placed upon us covers our trueness, our essence, our being of who we've come to be. You see, we never actually, for many of us, never really get to know what it is we've come here to do. We never really get to know what it is that we've come here to even achieve and share. Because how can you know when the very moment of your life, those around you begin to place upon you ideas, agendas, thoughts, ways of being, and ways of acting? At what point, when we talk about having free will, have we really had free will when we've been programmed from the very start? How can you say the computer has free will when it's actually had a program placed into it? Yes, we're moving into the world of artificial intelligence, and that's when a computer can think for itself. But that computer has not created itself. We come into this world as a blank slate, maybe carrying over some previous life templates, but we are so fresh, so new, so clear that whatever is coming at us begins to be received and our character is built. So your character is in fact that which you project back to the world of what the world has given you. That is your character. We talk about someone having a good character or someone they're a real person of character. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a good thing. Character is simply that which has been given to you that you're reflecting back to the world. So we're all playing a character in this world, very much like playing a role in a movie. We are playing a character. So if that makes sense to you, that you understand that through our conditioning and culture and society that we're brought up with and the parenting that we have been subjected to, we build a character. We move into adult stages and we begin to really act this character out. We have very structured ways of being and thinking, and we have really solidified ways of projecting our needs and wants to the world. So some people are a little bit more neurotic, some people are funnier, we all have a character that's very, very unique. Yet our consciousness is the thing that we all share that has no character. One of the things that we're not taught to do is to live from the heart. For some of us, we may be fortunate enough to have parents that are very heart-centered, but very few people in society are heart-centered because society is a mental construct. Society has ideas as to how we should be acting. Society creates a structure that needs these same people that are given the ideas to keep that structure. So it's a self-perpetuating machine. Society is a self-perpetuating machine in that it's creating beings to continue to keep that very same machine going, to create more beings of the same mindset. So we are told that it's noble to do what's right for society, to be a social person, to be obedient to the laws and all of that. And through our conditioning, we've been told to forget about our heart in an inadvertent way. No one said forget about your heart, forget about your wants, but what we have been shown and given through schooling and conditioning is to be part of society. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but in what part of that have we been told be true to your heart? See, when you come back to your heart, there's desires there, there's needs there that are very unique to you. Why is it that some people just love music and want to be a musician? Why is it that some want to be an artist? When you really get to the point of people's heart, what you find is people want to be creative. People want to share something with the world that comes from within them. And where does that come from? Well, we don't know. That's just a conscious template that we could say is spirituality, that we could say is the infinite soul that knows what it's coming to learn. But whatever it is, within each of us, there seems to be no clue, rhyme or reason as to why we want to share, learn, and express something that's very unique to us. Art, poetry, music, all of those things seem to speak a deeper truth. And it's because it comes from the state of creativity. And the state of creativity does come through the mind, but it comes from the heart. I'm going to say that again. The state of creativity comes through the mind, but it comes from the heart. Now, we have, in many ways, cut off the heart and are really just replicating what we've seen. We're trying to copy and just create carbon copies of everything we've seen, express again what's come in, and react or to re-express what's come in as a creative thing. Whereas true creativity comes from deep within, and it will have a uniqueness about it. We are all unique, and that's what we're here to do. That's our gift to the world, is to be unique. But when you're not being uniquely you, that is when you become a hypocrite. Because you're saying, yes, I'll do this, and you'll say, I am that, and I'll follow the rules, but it may not necessarily mean that you're being true to your heart. And unless you're being true to your heart, you've fallen into hypocrisy. And when you fall into hypocrisy, you're divided. You are a mind and you are a heart, but you are not a heart mind. You are not a soul. You have not yet birthed your soul. And what I mean by that is that you are fully acknowledging and being conscious of a being that you're birthing from within. That's what it means to birth your soul. You come into this world as a living soul, but to really express from your soul is to birth yourself. To not be in hypocrisy, which is divided, but to be fully understanding who you are and what you want to express. How do we express ourselves without hypocrisy? Well, simply sit for a moment and drop all the ideas of who the world has told you you are. Drop all the ideas of what your thoughts have told you you are. Drop all the ideas of what you feel the world thinks you should be. And sit with the emptiness that you truly are. In Hinduism, they talk about the sound Om. In the heart space, they call it the unstruck sound, anahat. What that means is that there's something that comes out of you, comes out of the heart, that came from nowhere. And that is your true expression. This is not taught to the world, because if we all expressed ourselves how we truly are, who we truly are, that unstruck sound, this expression that didn't come from learning but came from expressing and learnt upon its own expression, then we would not have a society such as we have now that is a top-down society. We would have a society that would be a spreading, expansive society where everyone is on that same level playing field and everyone has something to offer to the collective. It's a different way of government, because there would be no head, for those that are part of the whole are also those that are the head of the whole. Everyone would be in service and everyone would be a servant. It's a different way of looking at things, but when we're honest about it, that would be non-hypocritical, because we would be allowing the space for each and every individual to come from their heart and be who they truly are. This is spirituality. It's not woo, it's not weirdness, it's just allowing an individual to truly be the soul that they've come to express themselves to be. Come back to your heart and listen to the unstruck sound. What that means is that it comes from nowhere, but it certainly has a tangible, expressive, and experiencing being. I'm sending you all so much love, and let there be light.